not it. Wait a minute. Where is it? Hold on. There we go. Issues tonight. Oh boy. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. I just gotta make this real small. Okay, I can see the edges. Alright, I'm getting there. Everybody. Oh, can you imagine, like, if somebody came through right now? Just like some partner was like, this person, I like their aesthetic. Let's see what they're all about. And I'm just here, like, resizing a window repeatedly. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Except not really. I do like how the aspect ratio of these games is 4:3. I like it. And then we scooch this over so it's an appropriate. There we go. Perfect. All right. Wait, home? Wait, what about home? Now I'm worried. Alright. Anyway, here's Trilby's notes. It'll be a good time. Okay. Sure, why not? Let's see what the tutorial is. New. Already way more sophisticated. The following documents are taken from the handwritten notes of Trilby, an STP field operative whose real name remains classified. Game over. That was what I thought as I stood and watched Defoe Manor collapse into flaming ash. The ordeal was over. Those 5 days cost us all so much. Philip and AJ paid with their lives. They were the fortunate ones. Jim Fowler was expelled from school for truancy, a bright future in tatters. Simone Taylor took to the bottle. Her broadcasts became slurred, her eyes hollow and unwelcoming. She soon vanished from television screens. As for me, I tried to return to life as a cat burglar, but I had been forever tainted by my time spent in that wretched house. The memories of my possession came back in my nightmares. Every night I was there again, in the mansion, staring out through unfamiliar eyes as Philip died at my hands. I became convinced that John Defoe was not at rest, that someday he would return for me. I became so terrified of invisible enemies that I forgot about the tangible ones. Trilby caught! Infamous thief! I missed it. 2 slow, miserable years after Defoe Manor, a barrage of truncheon blows taught me a harsh lesson in reality, and I woke up in the kind of filthy cell I assumed would be my new home. But then he came, the man from the government with his nervous smile, offering an alternative. The STP, the Special Talent Project. It hadn't been that much earlier that I would have sooner died than entered an obligation with anyone, least of all the government. Had Defoe Manor changed me so much? Whatever my reasons, I left my past behind and resolved to give my new superiors nothing to complain about. I spent 1.5 years completing assignments, developing contacts, building a reputation. And then, the past caught up. In the summer of 1997, I became concerned about Simone Taylor's mental well-being. The papers were reporting her continual breakdown, and she had become a virtual recluse. I had no idea if my appearance would assist or hinder. I had, after all, deliberately allowed her to think me dead. Presumably she knew differently now, after the media coverage of my arrest, but I would expect her to be bitter about my subterfuge. On balance, I decided that a meeting with an old friend would most likely be beneficial. I came to her apartment building on a warm, stormy night and braced myself for the encounter. Wait. Oh, okay. This one is... okay. Hold on. Oh, no. Help. I skipped through that tutorial. I think I missed something. Point and click detective games are a whole ass vibe. Yes, they are. Oh, yes. I'm excited. This one is really good. This one might be my favorite if my tastes have remained the same. And yes, it is the third one, Brian. And then there's one more after this. I'm a little unsure about these controls. I'm gonna look at the readme real quick. Okay. Cursor keys to move. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Alright. Okay. This one's a little unusual. But, let's see. Open door. Basic security measures ensured that was impossible. Alright. Look door. There were 2 entrances to 2 apartments. Simone's was the one on the right. So once you tap a direction, he'll keep moving in that direction until you get him to stop. So that's fun. Okay. Knock. Door. I knocked sharply upon Simone's door. Press F3 to recall your last command. Okay. Yes. Receiving no reply, I knocked again, louder. Still no response. The doorman had assured me Simone was in. I decided it was time to enter by my own methods. Alright. Cool. Unlock door. I reasoned that Simone could have been in trouble, and even if she wasn't, then at worst I was only playing to my reputation. I spent a few minutes feverishly picking the lock, then let myself in. What if you knocked on the door and heard Simone's? That would be interesting. Or is that supposed to be a play on Simone? Alright, look. Simone's bedroom light refused to turn on. I stood in pitch darkness, the intermediate flashes of lightning preventing my eyes from adjusting. Light switch? Turn on lights. I had already tried the switch when I came in. It didn't work. Open curtains. I wasn't close enough. Open door. I was certain there was something not quite right about the room. I had to figure out what it was before I left. Call Simone. Speak to Simone. Walk. Wait, hold on. Look. I don't know where I am. Open curtains. Open curtains. Wasn't close enough. Alright, open curtains. There we go. Look. Touch? There was something on the floor that I couldn't quite identify. Touch. I reached out like a blind man, using touch to navigate, but gripped only empty space. Alright, looks like there's something here. Touch. My questing fingers discovered a large square wooden object, which further probing confirmed to be a chest of drawers. Open drawers. It wouldn't have been polite to quest around in Simone's undergarments. Okay. Is there something over here? Look. Wait. Touch. Tooch. Touch. There's like a closet or something here. Touch. And I'm lost. I don't know where I am. Touch! Touch. The feel of soft sheets and a yielding mattress clearly communicated that I had found Simone's bed. Alright. Touch. Kneel. Floor. Alright. Can I leave and like get a light out there? Open door. Why? Touch. I think this is like a closet or something over here, but touch. Guide? Ah! Hold on. Yep. Give me a sec. Pull blind. Oh no, wait. Open curtain. Look, corpse. The body on the floor was undoubtedly Simone. I felt for a pulse, and my hands came away stained with long, cool blood. My fingers traced the outline of a large wound in her torso, slashed by a big weapon, wielded by a big assailant. I called for an ambulance, as futile as it would be. Futile? And left before they arrived. Due to me being a clear murder suspect, I was relieved from duty for the week it took for the Ministry of Occultism to inspect the flat and confirm supernatural activity. My superiors simultaneously apologized and assigned me to investigate if there was a connection to the Defoe Manor incident. Merely reading those 3 words capitalized on the front of a loose-leaf file brought the nightmares back with more intensity than ever. Sure enough, a field agent reported that looters had discovered and sold several artifacts from the mansion, including the wooden idol that housed John Defoe's soul. To my surprise, no murders had been reported or committed by anyone who had come into contact with the accursed trinket. I did not find this reassuring. I quickly advised James Fowler to go into hiding. He was stunned, but agreed. The boy had sense, and still respected my judgment. This done, I began following the idol's trail. From the pawn shop, it had entered the possession of one Professor Abed Chahal, an authoritative historian. Ah, an ancestor of Barry, the captain of the ship. Interesting. Cool. He had scheduled some kind of antique fair in the Clay Bronwyn Hotel on a small island off the coast of Anglesey, popular with tourists. Assuming the role of a scholar of antiquities, I booked a room. On the 28th of July, 1997, I caught a ferry from Porthleshog in Anglesey and arrived at around 3 p.m. in Clanbronwyn Island's coastal village. It seemed a peaceful hamlet, and in defiance of the stereotype, the locals were welcoming and told me no local legends to dissuade me from exploring the island. The Clanbronwyn Hotel was in the island's center, surrounded by forest. I made my way there on foot. "You're Trilby, right?" As soon as I arrived, I was greeted by a balding man in a gray anorak. I wondered if I was expected to know who he was. "That depends. My name is Lankman. I'm with the Ministry of Occultism." "Oh? I thought the Ministry were clear on the fact that I was handling this on my own." "Maybe there are still people who don't trust you, Mr. Trilby." "What? I haven't sold anything since I joined the STP. Your colorful past is not what concerns my superiors. It hasn't gone unnoticed that your history with the Defoe wraith influences you psychologically." What is this voice? "I'm sorry you resist it, but it can still cause you to act irrationally, disobey orders. Everyone just feels a little safer with someone else on the ground." "I see. You can rest assured that I will endeavor to maintain absolute professionalism on this assignment." "Nevertheless, I have my orders. I would suggest we keep out of each other's way, then, and pursue separate investigations. I'm sure I don't want to get mixed up in a reunion." I watched him disappear around the corner of the building. I very much doubted that Lankman and I would become friends. The Clanbronwyn Hotel lobby was a warm welcome. The building was certainly well maintained, and yet there was something about it that nagged at the back of my mind, quickening my pulse. I dismissed the sensation, an act which, in retrospect, I would come to regret. "Good evening, Terence Railby. I have a reservation."
Yes, you're here for the antique fair. We've put you at room 3C on the 3rd floor, if you'd just like to sign the check-in book."
"Hello, Button. Just letting you know I'll be having dinner in my room today."
"That's absolutely fine, Professor."
This, I decided, was what they called a golden opportunity. "Professor Chahal?" "Yes? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage." "Railby. Terence Railby. We met at Sotheby's a few months ago." Oh, you don't remember me." No, of course I do. Terry Railby. How have you been?" The astute reader has already guessed that both Terence Railby and the previous meeting were utter fiction. I had spent some time studying Chahal's movements and habits. He was, by all accounts, absent-minded, and that was something I could use. "I'm well, thanks. I was hoping I'd run into you. I've heard interesting things about the items you're showcasing here." "You remember I do freelance scouting for some wealthy collectors?" Yes. Well, a client of mine has expressed an interest in relics from Defoe Manor in Buckinghamshire. He's been on my back for a while about it. Between you and me, he seems pretty obsessed." What remained of Professor Chahal's suspicion melted away from his expression as the opportunity to make money entered the conversation. "Well, I'm sure I wouldn't want to damage your professional status. Would you like to come up to my room for drinks?" "Oh, I don't want to impose." "No imposition at all. Please follow me."
"Your room key, Mr. Railby."
Thank you. Please lead the way, Professor."
"Abed, who's your friend?"
"Oh, let me introduce you. This is my personal assistant. She accompanies me on most of my excursions. This is Mr. Railby, an old acquaintance. He's looking for information on Defoe Manor artifacts."
"Oh, really? Him and half the people we meet. What is it about that place?
Never underestimate the attraction of a mystery, my dear. Please take a seat, Terry. I'll be right with you.
So, interested in ghost stories?
The girl struck me as a forceful personality. I gave the matter some thought before replying. Not really. I'm just scouting on behalf of a client, like I told the professor.
You know, it's strange to see someone as young as you in the antiques trade. And come to think of it, I thought only old men dressed like that. No offense meant.
None taken. I didn't catch your last name?
It's O'Malley. Couldn't be more Irish if it tried, could it?
Sorry to keep you waiting, dear boy. Now then, what shall we talk about? Okay, must specify a topic of conversation. Okay, usually several things each character is willing to discuss. For example, try typing talk to Abed about Defoe Manor. Okay. To Abed about Defoe Manor. So I understand you came into possession of artifacts from Defoe Manor. Yes, indeed, and it was astonishing to me that such artifacts existed at all. The whole place burned to the ground. Did you hear about the Defoe Manor incident? I was experiencing a sick feeling that I had not felt for quite some time. The last I had felt it was while standing at the gates of another country mansion not long after Defoe Manor, preparing to break in. Recalling those 5 wretched days churned my stomach with fear, turning what had once been the joy of thievery into an exercise in anxiety. Discussing it brought that feeling back, the act of feigning ignorance, while visions of wielding masks and machetes flooded my mind's eye, worsened them. I heard something on the news, and it's been on the news again lately since that Taylor woman died. A lot of silly talk about the paranormal has been around, so the true facts are near unreachable. But the point is, some enterprising fellows picked up 1 or 2 undamaged items from the ruins. Furniture, books, an ugly little tribal figurine. But I took them off their hands purely out of curiosity, of course. So, were there any particular items your client is interested in? Ask about idol. Tell me, does a huge man in a welding mask and leather apron mean anything to you? Not really, should it? Never mind. It's a small African figurine that my client wants me to look into, resembling a rather ugly tribal god. That old thing. Honestly, despite its age, it's virtually valueless. That's what I said, but my client is very insistent. He's interested in the paranormal, and the idol features in some of the more unlikely accounts of the Defoe Manor incident. Well, I don't suppose I should ask questions if this man of yours wants to take it off my hands. I don't have it on me right now. It's being kept in the hotel safe. Perhaps we can work out a deal after the fair? I had intended to display it with all the other Defoe artifacts. Inwardly, I just wanted to get this mission completed as fast as possible, but I didn't want to risk suspicion or giving off the wrong impression. That will be fine. So, just out of interest, what else have you picked up from the mansion? Odds and ends, basically. Some silverware and ceramics. Most of a burnt rocking chair. And the painting, of course. Painting? A landscape from a wall in the mansion's lounge. Of little artistic value, but the artist features prominently in Defoe Manor's colorful history. Matthew Defoe? That's him, yes. Bethan, she runs the hotel. She asked if she could display it in the lobby. Instantly, I recalled the sick feeling I had felt in the lobby. I had seen the painting, but had paid it little heed. Oh.
Are you all right, Mr. Trilby? You've gone rather pale.
What? I'm sorry, I was just distracted by my thoughts for a moment. Lost in history, eh? Something like that.
Mr. Raley?
What the hell was that? What the hell was what? You were just sitting there, then you went all stiff like you'd seen a ghost. You didn't see it?
See what, Mr. Raley?
I'm sorry, I have to go. Something's wrong. Oh, well, we won't keep you then.
We'll see you later, maybe.
My head was spinning, and a sudden nausea churned in my gut. The world seemed to be pulsating, the corners of the room wavering like a heat haze. You may say I imagined these things, and I thought that must have been the case. Was I going out of my mind? Was the hotel really changing into some nightmarish twin? Was I the only one who could see it? If I was hallucinating, it was too complex. The harsh wooden floor beneath my feet felt real enough. The horrendous stench of rotting flesh that reached my nostrils could have not been conjured by my imagination. I decided I had to find John Defoe's idol as soon as possible. If not that, then at least the painting Chzo had mentioned. I was convinced that some connection lay between Defoe Manor and this sudden madness. Look. Sickly yellow paint was peeling from the walls, and splatters of blood spilled out mystifying phrases. Remarkably, the door seemed intact. Knock. The situation had reached the point, I felt, when politeness could be done away with. See if any of these open. Alright, I'm guessing not. His body's there, his soul is not. Alright, let's follow the tall man. Oh boy! Fun! Let's see. Look. The stairwell was built from old concrete, and a thick smell of damp filled the air. Ooh, what's all that? Look at this mess down here, guys. There was a headless corpse slumped in the corner. Look, corpse. The body was that of a young, muscular man, I hazarded, and was wearing some kind of old-fashioned military uniform, complete with blue tunic and riding boots. More to the point, his head was missing, and his hands were worn down to bloody wads of flesh and bone. I noticed a collection of handwritten pages on the floor near his body. Look. Pages. They appeared to be entries from a diary. July 18th. Felicia and I took shelter from the storm in a decrepit old hotel excuse me, in the forest. It seems to be completely deserted, so we bedded down on the floor of the lobby for the night. It is so peaceful here. The noise of the storm seems far away. July 19th. Exploring the hotel, it has become increasingly clear that the place is not as innocent as it first seemed. We found ancient corpses and evidence of terrible deeds in several of the rooms. The storm has cleared, and we intend to leave as soon as possible. July 20th. I am certain now that devilry is at work. Every path we take through the forest brings us back to the hotel. We spent a whole day trying routes to no avail. Felicia keeps talking of a dream she fancies she saw, of a demon she fancies she saw in the hotel kitchen last night. July 21st. Felicia is dead. I was too late to help her. I saw her murderer just as she did. Perhaps I will be next. I am beginning to understand. July 23rd. The murderous figure in black. The one whose body is savagely stretched into a mockery of form. is not the architect of this nightmare. Rather, this is the work of that hideous lord of the Forbidden Lands. Gods forgive me. July 25th. I built a shrine to my captor in the lobby in an attempt to appease it. Nothing has changed. I have no more food. The horror is starting to affect my mind. July 28th. I am certain my mind is going. I imagined for a moment that the hotel had changed, had become finely decorated and welcoming as it must have been once in the past. I blinked, and it returned to its normal, hateful self. The next few pages were sprinkled with blood, obscuring some of the text. August 1st. What is his relation to that disgusting beast? Is he a servant or a prisoner? Sometimes he acts alone, sometimes at the behest of a higher power. What does he want from me? August 3rd. He is after me now. I think it must be something wrong. August 4th. It hurts. That was the last readable entry. I decided not to take them with me. They were covered in blood and all stuck together. Well then. The lobby, too, had been tainted, and the painting I saw was absent. Presumably it only existed in the hotel's normal form. If that was the case, I needed to find a way back there, or dispel the hallucination if this truly was all in my mind. At this stage, I was beginning to wonder if this really was all John Defoe's doing. It didn't seem his style, somehow. But what other evil could possibly be the culprit? Ooh. Look. The entrance room of the alternative Clanbronwyn Hotel at least retained the basic shape of a lobby, in that the pigeonholes remained, and an altar about the right size and shape for a reception counter. Did we oops into a murder hotel? Kinda. We Silent Hilled ourselves into a hotel of ancient evil yeah, a murder hotel. Let's just go with that. Look, altar. Oops. Look, altar. What? That doesn't work? There was some kind of waist-high stone altar on which some poor wretch had underwent some kind of sacrificial ritual. Look, pigeonholes. Did I misspell pigeon? Yeah, I did. Look, pigeonholes. All right. Type altar. Let's see. Look, doors. The glass had been smashed out of the windows in the front door, and a familiar plaque cross was smeared onto the door to the manager's office. Open doors. Ah, cool. Look. The hotel's exterior was as corrupted as its interior. The ground beneath my feet was hard, red, and gritty like desiccated clay. What is this? Look, head. The two heads on the right were decayed down to their skulls, but the one on the left was very much fresh, its features made unfamiliar by the torment it had undergone. Let's see what's down the road. Ooh. Look. The corruption of the hotel seemed to extend for miles in every direction. Even the sky's rusty hues seemed threatening. Look, fence! Taking a closer look, I noticed that there were several knotholes in the fence. Look, knothole. Wait, look, knothole. not hole. The holes were big enough to offer a view of the area beyond. If I could just get closer. Okay. Look, not hole. Peering through the nearest hole, I saw a barren expanse of harsh ground, furnished with broken piles of rusting metal furniture. I don't know why that part is funny to me. It's like, it's all scary, but then you look in the back and it's just like a scary redneck yard. It's just like, some old metal furniture and a lawnmower, but there's like blood on it. You love rusty hues? I do too. They're excellent for horror. Oopsies, I'm back at the front. There's just something really dramatic about them. Look great. Look down. Alright. Look corpse. Look guy. Alright. I wanted to see what the deal with that dude coming out of the grate was, but nah. Open doors. Is this a skull on the wall? I'm having way too much fun just looking at stuff. Look, skull. A pentagram had been scrawled on the north wall, and a cow's skull had been nailed in place over it. It seemed to be some kind of offering. Wait, look! Torn wallpaper, bleeding walls, decay, and disuse. This room continued the alternate hotel's tradition. Open door. Ooh. Look! Perhaps the alternative hotel bar had been like the real one at some point in the past, but it had long since fallen into disarray and appeared to have been used for very sinister purposes. Look at this guy. Look! Poster. The left poster was some kind of portrait of the strange, masked figure I had glimpsed in the hotel. The middle poster was blank. The third was smashed. Look, game. It appeared to be damaged, with the front plate ajar and frayed wires emerging from the rear. Strangely, though, the screen was active and flashing blankly. Touch game. Play game. Even were it in fully working order, I had far better things I could have been doing. Let's see. Look, bar. In keeping with the alternate hotel's theme, the furniture looked like someone had been hurled against them with absolutely fatal force. Lying on the bar was a pool. Lying on the bar in a pool of gore was a pair of long-nosed pliers. Take pliers. They were rusty but functional. I took them with me. Open door. Let's see what's over here. Ooh, look. It had probably once been a dining room, judging by the number of tables. There were a total of 4 exits to adjoining rooms. Look, tables. The tables were universally hidden under tablecloths, yellowed and stinking with age. There was a plate of rancid meat on the center one, adding its evil stench to the air. I will go look at the meat. Arby's. We've got the meats. Look, meat. There was an arrangement of uncooked meat with ribs sticking out on the center table that seemed to be attracting insects beautifully. I tried not to think about what kind of meat it was. Take meat. I tore off a lump of meat to take with me. If I came up against anything hostile and carnivorous in this place, it would help to have something other than myself to offer it. Look, body. The body had been completely flayed and still glistened wetly with blood. The hands and one of the feet were held in place around the door with 6-inch nails. Hey, free beer! Yes, it is the third one. It is Trilby's Notes. Third in the Mythos. Oops. Yeah, just finished up 7 Days of Skeptic a little earlier. And playing this one. A lot of reading in this one, but I'm having a good time, so it's all good. How are you? Sorry, normally I ask that, and just, I didn't. How rude of me. But yes, how are you, free beer? I found some literal pigeonholes, that is true. Alright, gotta leave this room. I'm in a Silent Hill style alternative hotel. It's like Silent Hill-y, but at the same time, very much not. So I'm into it. Open door. The office door was locked. Unlock door. I had encountered far stronger locks in my time. I picked it open within 10 minutes. Open door. Oh, pain! Look at that. Neat. Wrist is much better. I was using right-handed mouse earlier. This is entirely on the keyboard, actually, this one. But yeah, better. Just try not to push it too hard, but I'm also tired and done with using my left hand. Oh my god. Yeah, using one's left hand for basic shit is a pain in the ass. So I'm not doing that right now. Back to the right, unless it starts to have issues, which it might. We'll see. I don't know. I've got to stop, I'll do this thing where I'll, use the armrest to, push myself back up and reposition, and I got to stop doing that. It's, just a force of habit at this point, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I shouldn't do that with this wrist. Haha, whoops. I think I actually gave myself carpal tunnel or whatever it was by using a mortar and pestle. If you guys have ever used that before. Grinding, which is really stupid in retrospect. I don't know why I ground black pepper by hand, but I did. And I think that's how I fucked up my wrist. That and cardamom, which is hard to grind, and yeah, some other stuff. The lesson here is that the magic bullet is a way easier way to grind up stuff if you gotta do a bunch of it. If you want to be fancy and you want to do something real quick, mortar and pestle is great. But if you have a magic bullet and got a whole bunch of black pepper, or just a pepper mill, I don't know why I didn't just use a pepper mill. Sometimes I'm not the smartest person. I know something you do not know. I am not left-handed either. That is in quotes. So, is that something a kid said? But you are not left-handed either? Because, yeah, left hand's... I think it'd be cool to be ambidextrous, but it's just I don't know. I don't have time for that. I got stuff to do. Look, the room was tiny, and the absence of ventilation made the air very stuffy and thick. The only features were a safe and a table. Look at pane. Oh. Look at wall. I could somewhat sympathize with the clandestine graffiti artist. Good. Look at safe. It almost looked like some creature had exploded inside the safe, and the blood had shot out through the cracks around the door. Cool. I'm gonna go explore more. I think I have to open this, but... Open. Open door. Oh, Princess Bride. I see. My bad. Sorry, free beer. I'm sure a normal pop culture aware person probably would have picked that one up, but as many folks can attest, it's not me. I'm bad at pop culture. Sorry. Look. Oh, I already. Okay. Look at wall. The graffiti read, priest or prisoner, acolyte or slave. I had no idea who it could be referring to. It didn't sound like something John Defoe would inspire. Oh. Open. Open door. Open door. Got a head full of useless trivia? I feel that. I mean, most of mine is like dinosaurs and... Actually, just a lot of biology stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of biology trivia. So yours might be more useful. Alright. Going back out. But yeah, I would like to get back to work soon. In terms of like editing and writing. Oh, I started writing a review earlier. It hurt my hand a little bit, but it felt good to write. And I miss writing and editing. Good for bar games, that's true. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, just gotta pool our forces. Get somebody who knows like sports or something. What else do I know that's useless? I know some like useless comedy trivia. Like historic comedy, so to speak. Yeah. I think I've only done bar trivia like once or twice in my life. And most of it was stuff that I had no idea anything about and had like no interest in learning. Yes, it does. It's very different from the last couple games. Very different. No clicking involved, which is a good and a bad thing, I suppose. All right, look room. Blood spatters covered every wall and surface in the room, as if someone had lost a fight with some horrible beast here. Metal tables and some kind of stone altar all showed evidence of recent slaughter. A mangled old sofa stood in one corner. Look, table. 2 steel tables were provided as some kind of work surface. Bloodstains and a severed head were a strong indication of what kind of work they were intended for. Look, head. There we go. The head was too badly smashed and mangled to recognize. Don't get eaten by a Gru. I'll try my best. Look, wall. Blood was everywhere. On the north wall, it had been used to spell out a word I could neither recognize nor pronounce. So, is what my general guess is. Is that a bed? Also, please excuse for a moment. I actually do need to go grab my brace. Be right back. Damn you, wrist. Sorry, everybody. I would have thrown up a BRB, but it does this like weird repeating. How do I explain it? It's got these noises going, and then if I click away, it does that. I don't know what you would call that or how you describe it, but once you're in this game, you kind of gotta stay in this game. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tank. Hi, Tank. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Tank. How you doing? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this, nothing's going on here. Don't worry about it. It's like, you know, with a raid, like you walk in, this is what the room is. Anyway. Hi, everybody. My name is Respawn Machine. Welcome to the NightShift. I play horror games pretty much all year, but I'm especially doing it up right now because it's almost Halloween and everyone likes horror games around Halloween. Anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for coming along with the raid. Hello, Queen XG. How are you? The Psychic Boy, welcome. Scrubs is here again. Hi, Scrubs. Eccentric Cutie. That's a good username. I like that. Welcome, guys. D-Wit's here too. And thank you for those shout outs, Siri. Yes, and Katamari got tank. Awesome. Tank, thank you for continuing the sub. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid, Tank. I really appreciate it. How was your stream? How was it? What's going on here? Nothing, Tank. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm not having like a mental breakdown. Oh my goodness! Got 2 raids. Got a double raid. Oh my goodness! Leanie, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody. I gotta do the intro again, but that's fine. Hi everybody. My name is Respawn Machine. Welcome to the Night Shift, where I'm playing spooky games all the time, all year. Hell yeah. Welcome, Leanie. Siri, thank you for shouting out Leanie and Katamari. How was stream for you? I'm sorry if I'm like... I don't mean to be skipping chat. I hope I'm not missing any good comments. I apologize, friends. Oh, man. Welcome, everybody. Tank, Leanie, thank you so much. Lord Kirby, I love your username. Also, excellent username. Welcome, friends. Welcome. Captain Kendrick, welcome. Oh my goodness. What? Hooch, what are you doing? Thank you so much, Hooch. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Hooch. Thank you, Tank. Thank you, Leanie. Thank you for the raids. Thank you, Hooch, for the subs. Welcome, everybody. Eccentric Cutie, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh man, I feel like I've been just like staring at this game for like 10 minutes, but that's fine. I don't mind at all. How is everybody? Thank you so much for coming along with the raid. You found your new raid message, Katamari. Oh, Grace J. What? Grace J. Fippinger Foundation? Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't know what to do right now. So, I don't know. Neo. A normal amount. That's my final answer. Like a normal standard. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Zigster, welcome. Demon is here still. I know I said that earlier, but yay. Hooch is a madman. That is true. Okay, lady, please enjoy your food. I hope it's delicious. Kata, thank you for giving that sub to Dewin. I can't keep up with chat. Anyway, so this is Trilby's notes. It is part of the... Oh, you can't see my cursor when I... Okay, you see that word up there? Chzo? It is part of the Chzo Mythos cycle series, whatever you want to call it. There's 4 games. They're all exactly like this. Yeah, and they're really good. They're some of the first horror games I ever played, like a decade ago. They're really great. I like them a lot. They're holding up really well, actually. Like, kind of better than I expected them to, because, like, you know, when you first... that's not what I want. You know, when you first play games and you're young, sometimes when you go back and play them later, it's kind of, you know, not always amazing, but they've been pretty good so far. Hey, Zia, welcome in. Wait, Winx is here too. Oh my goodness, I cannot keep up. Hi, Winx, welcome in. Welcome. How did my 10 subs miss you? I don't know, Hooch, but thank you again. Terrible aim. It's a damn shame, Hooch. But that's true. You, as Steven says, you are the gift. Exactly. Chzo stands for Chewing Houses and Zia's Omnipotence. I like it. I'm doing well, Leanie. I think, I mean, I can't answer for everyone, but I personally am doing well. I'm having a good day. I'm gonna leave this room now. This poor guy's been standing here for It's been standing here in the Anxiety Palace for like 20 minutes now. Open door. So I decided to play this series because I've been having issues with my wrist with some carpal tunnel-y type stuff. So the first two games are point and click, like traditional point and click games. And I was like, okay, cool, I can do that with minimal wrist activity. And now here we are in the third one, which I forgot is entirely on your keyboard. It's great and it's fun and it's like a cool, like one dude programmed all this and I'm very impressed. But yeah. Caltrops. Caltrops equals craptrops. Crop tops equals, oh my goodness. Crop tops. Good. Good. All right. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Y'all are awesome, and I'm glad you all are here. Like, that's way more important to me than, it sounds corny, but I just like having you guys here. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry, just checking on something? Okay. All right. Look. I already read that earlier. All right. Open door. The door was stuck. Open door. Nope. We'll try this last one. Open door. Aha! So love me! Look. My room had slipped into the shadow world. The walls and floor were filthy, and the furniture had been replaced with instruments of suffering. You should make cool software instead of making software for the man. I agree, Hooch. I agree. You could be making games like this. So this game... Oh, what is this game about? Okay, so... for the record, this game series started in early 2000s. So when I say that the main character's name is Trilby, it's way before hats became a meme. Just to let you all know. It's before that time, so it's okay. We'll allow it. But it's so this cat burglar breaks into a house only to discover that there's 3 other people in the house who have been trapped in the house for several days. They can't seem to get out. They can't contact anybody. It's it's a whole paranormal thing. There is an entity in the house that was spawned from the maltreatment of a deformed and unwanted child who killed his mother by being born, basically, who the angry father locked in the basement. So they became just a creature of hate, and they ended up killing the father and their brother once they got free. No, wait, hold on, I missed a step. The father beat the kid to death with like a wooden figurine. So his soul got into the figurine, then he came back, killed them both, and went dormant, I guess. And then so this entity possesses people end up dead. In the second game, we see that the second game takes place in space, of all places. Like 300 years later, the spaceship picks up this canister that has the idol in it with a note from this guy right here saying, if you open this, shut it back up and launch it back into space. Don't keep this lying around. But, they don't. And then everyone on the ship slowly dies as the entity possesses people and does a bunch of murder. And then finally he destroys the idol in the engine core, basically. Not quite. I won't get into it. We had a whole science discussion earlier on thanks to Hooch. Thanks, Hooch. Thanks for the science. And then so we are in the third game. This guy, his life was totally changed by the experience in the mansion. He's no longer a criminal. He now works for a special task force for the British government, which makes sense why I'm reading him like an American. Don't worry about it. And then He is here to try and retrieve the idol for the government. It's a whole thing. It's a good story, and I like it a lot, and he does it really well. Also, I should mention, if anyone knows zero punctuation, it's this guy. The guy who does zero punctuation made these games. Dude's brilliant. I'm a huge fan of his work. All right. Anyway, sounds like, how dare you, Zia? How dare you? Sounds like some Five Nights at Freddy's shit. Ugh. No. My soul. I guess in what? There's something about souls being trapped in animatronics or something? I don't remember. Anyway, I love Chzo. Hey, me too. I once Freddy'd a Fortnite. Is that the same? Same. Close enough, Chronic. Close enough. Did I utter words of blasphemy? Yeah, I guess not. I forget the plot of Five Nights, so maybe it's got similarities. I'm just being dramatic. Don't worry about it. Chorizo is delicious. I love chorizo. I love all dried meats. Especially German dried meats. All right, look. Did I already look? Yeah, okay. Look, wall. Anyway, I hope that explains enough of the plot for it to, like, make some sense. Sorry, that was long-winded. All right. I saw once more the strange word I had seen on the wall in Abed's room, this time followed by the words, "Love me." Look, bed. A blood-stained stone altar replaced the bed. Look, couch. There were still soft furnishings in this horrible environment, even if they were rotting and broken. Look, table. A rickety metal table stood here, clean and devoid of horrors. Presumably, this room was not used often. All right, we've seen enough. Open door. Anyway, this is the third game of 4. Uh-oh, it's a body. Look. The stairwell, Strangely, there was some kind of dismembered porcelain dummy mounted to one of the walls. Look, wall. Blood seemed to be running down the stairs, as if someone had attempted to descend them while bleeding out with increasing speed. The words, "Bring her back," were spelt out on the north wall for unknown reasons. Look, Is that how you spell mannequin? Mannequin. Looked like some kind of porcelain mannequin, but with bits missing. I couldn't see how it was attached to the wall. Alright, I think I have to go open the safe downstairs. Anyway, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if I went back down to like two viewers during that explanation. It was a little bit long-winded, and that's okay. It embodies the spirit of me. Long-winded. Actually, I try not to be too long-winded in everyday life. I don't know about you guys, but like in undergrad, one of my least favorite things in classes were, well, not things. One of my least favorite universal experiences of undergrad classes were that one person who would raise their hand and state the obvious, basically state exactly what the teacher had just said in new words, and also in the longest way possible. So they would be talking for like 15 minutes, or at least that's what it felt like, saying something that could be said in a sentence. There was one dude in particular. His name was Kyle. He did exactly that all the time in the longest class I've ever taken. I took cinematic expression, it was called, and I think it was like five hours one day, and then the next day it was only like 2 or 3 hours. We watched a lot of old cinema. It was really, really boring and painful most of the time. And there was one dude who just made it so much worse. So now I try to be pretty concise when I'm talking to people in real life. The door appeared to be jammed shut. This came as something of a relief. Okay. Use pliers. Sorry, typing with a brace. Use pliers on safe. Okay. Open safe with pliers. Unlock safe. Door appeared to be jammed shut. Okay. Alright, well, we'll try some other stuff. Open door. We'll try some other stuff. That's fine. Open doors. I could hardly get the door open with 3 wooden boards holding it shut. Use pliers on boards. The nails were hammered into the boards too far. I couldn't get a grip on them with the pliers. Okay. Use pliers on corpse. The pliers were ideal for removing the nails. Perfect! Got it! Oh, hey, it's the tall man. I'm sorry, I mean, that guy. I don't know who that is. Open door. Ooh, bathroom. Delightful. Look. The gloomy lavatories were in a state of advanced disrepair. One of the cubicle doors was hanging off its hinges, and the mirror above the counter was broken. Look, mirror. The cracks and stains twisted my reflection into something most unpleasing. Look, counter. The counter had 2 sinks and was covered in filth and mold. To my surprise, a brand new sealed envelope was sitting between the basins. Take envelope. Baffled, I took the envelope. It was strangely bulky and tore it open. A white pill bottle and a note fell out into my hand. I here enclose the note with this report. Trilby. If you're reading this, then you, too, have seen the hotel change. At present, I have no idea if the alternative hotel is part of the ethereal realm or just some kind of construct, a pocket dimension. There is a definite correlation between one's level of agitation and one's tendency to reality shift. Fear is your enemy. It leaves you shining like a beacon for whatever evil brought us to this place. Enclosed is a bottle of tranquilizers from my personal first aid kit. When you find yourself shifting into the other place, take a pill and try to calm down, and the real hotel will return. Do not let it concern you. I am researching the phenomenon. Your task is to find Defoe. Good luck, Agent Lankman. Aw, man! That's the wrong voice! Pretty sure I used a way worse voice for that dude. Okay. Lankman's letter raised more questions than it answered. I pocketed the pill bottle. Well, let's take a look at these stalls. Look, stall. Okay. Look, toilet. None of the toilets appeared to be functional. One of them was overflowing with blood, which left me disinclined to investigate the others. Fair enough. Oh no, Slenderman. So, Slenderman, because I specifically looked this up before stream, Slenderman came around in 2009. This came out in 2006. Tall man is Slenderman's grandpappy. This is the grandpappy of Slenderman. Open door. Let's see if we can open door. Doors. Okay. Maybe I should take a pill. Take Pill. Hesitantly, I tipped a tranquilizer into my palm and swallowed it without water. It quickly took effect. I felt the anxiety lift from the pit of my stomach, and my dismal surroundings seemed to feel less imposing. Then I felt that strange sensation again, of lightheadedness and detachment as the world around me began to quiver. Hey! Dining room. You know there's a key in one of those toilets. James Sunderland. Always gonna do the James Sunderland joke. Wait a minute. Free beer, you actually know that one, right? Right? Also, sending messenger pigeons. He's getting chicken? Ooh. I mean, that's a pretty good reason to leave a stream. Pretty much any food. If anyone leaves my stream at any time and is like, I'm getting food, I will be like, cool. Good for you. Like, that is a good reason. Open door. Oh wow, the bathroom is normal again. Look. The toilets were so clean and well maintained that the very tiles... The toilets! Did I say the toilets or the tiles? Whatever. The toilets were so clean and well maintained that the very tiles of the floor seemed to glow with luminescence. The mirror above the counter was spotless and crystal clear. You not only baked fish during my stream tonight, but you also ate said fish. Nice. I like fish. We haven't had fish in a while. We should cook fish. I'm glad you weren't the only person who noticed. What, the toilet tile thing? Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes one reads and it doesn't go so well. Look, toilet. All the toilets were spotless, even in the hard-to-reach areas. The hotel management were either meticulously clean or these toilets were rarely used. You don't remember anything about this one? There's just always a key in the toilet? Yeah. I mean, I always reference James Sunderland from Silent Hill 2, where he sticks his hand into... He puts his hand in both a toilet and a grimy pipe, and then in Silent Hill 3, Heather is like, what kind of insane person would stick their hand into a dirty toilet? Not gonna do it. And I don't know, I always thought that was funny. Look, mirror. I seemed somewhat pale, but otherwise fine. Open door. Let's go into the kitchen, because I can. Open door. The kitchen doors refuse to open. Never mind. So much for that. Open doors. It appeared to be locked, probably by a deadbolt on the other side. Open doors. Or just door. Look. The hotel bar seemed rather small, but then it was a rather small hotel. There were only 2 small tables and some kind of defunct arcade machine. Neat. Look, machine. I think it was a pub quiz machine. A piece of white card on the screen declared that it was out of order. We're talking toilets. Hey, Shadow. Yeah, we are. Don't forget, Shadow. There's always a key in the toilet, so just stick your hand right in there. How you doing? How's it going, Shadow? Look, bar. 2 small tables were arranged for guests. The bar was wood-paneled and outfitted with an adequate selection of drinks and glasses. Gonna go to sleep? Okay, Zia. Sleep well. Good night. Have normal dreams. All that jazz. Talk to you soon, I'm sure. Ah, there's the painting. This painting was... There we go. Look, painting. I was frankly astonished that Matthew Defoe's painting had survived the immolation of Defoe Manor. As I stared at it, it seemed that the surrounding room began to blur until only the painting was in focus. I fancied I could hear the creaks and whispers of Defoe Manor's hallways. I felt a bizarre urge to reach out and touch the painting. All right, touch painting. As I stepped closer, I could feel sound becoming muffled and my head spinning, as if I were about to faint. My hand, as if pulled by an invisible string, reached out towards the clumsy brush strokes. Ooh. Defoe Manor, July 28th, AD 1821. I'm gonna take a big drink of water because I think I'm gonna do some more reading. Excuse me. You're good, just chilling and modding. Nice. I'm doing well. Wrist is okay-ish. Yeah, I can't complain. I'm dehydrating cheese right now. Turns out that dehydrated Gouda is pretty tasty. I mean, it wasn't totally dehydrated when I tried it, but what I tried so far, it's pretty good. I got a dehydrator for my birthday. That's which was last Tuesday. Excuse me. And it was pretty great. Black and white because this was before they invented color. Yes, okay, I can't be the only one. Did anybody else think that the past was in black and white when they were like a small child until somebody was like, no, sweetie, there was color. Which, I mean, sounds very silly, but I also understand how like a child's brain could believe that. Like why it would make sense to a child brain. That's because it was black and white. Oh, okay. Well, I learned something new today. Chronic, thank you. Everyone else was just lying to me. It was black and white. All right, Defoe Manor, July 28th, AD 1821. Matthew Defoe is 15 years old today. He is excitedly putting the finishing touches to a painting which his father commented on encouragingly, the first time he has ever been supportive of Matthew's artistic leanings. Matthew is now convinced that his father is lifting from the mysterious depression that has plagued him for as long as either of them can remember. Now, he intends to make the painting absolutely perfect before showing it again. Knock, knock. Master Matthew, Sir Roderick has requested your presence in the trophy room. Thank you, James. And if you would be so good to inform him that I will now be retiring for the night. Very good, James. I don't know. It's good enough. Ah, there you are, boy. Let me introduce my son, Matthew. Hello. This is my friend, Mr. Smith. He's an expert on African tribal art. Well, just a scholar. Hardly even that. Just someone with an interest in the subject. And he has offered to assess the figurine I brought back from my travels. I wasn't aware you had a family, Sir Roderick. Is your wife home too? Regrettably, Belinda is no longer with us. Oh, I'm sorry. Quite all right, you couldn't have known. She succumbed to illness shortly after Matthew was born. I finished the painting I showed you, Father. Oh, good. Well, Mr. Smith, what do you think of the piece? It's an intriguing little puzzler, actually. The design is reminiscent of a few Central African tribal gods I'm aware of. But to be honest, I've never seen anything like this before. May I ask how you acquired it? I'm glad you asked. It was 20 years ago when I was a younger man, on my first travels in the Dark Continent. British people. We were traveling along the west coast when our bearers spotted a ship that had run aground. It was an English clipper named the Sea Angel, and a short exploration revealed that every single crewman had just disappeared. Of course, we immediately sent a letter to the nearest embassy to report the finding. But the point is, it was on the lowest deck of the ship that I found this very figurine you see before you today. It's an extraordinary tale. But how do you account for there being an African tribal carving on a British vessel? We were as confused as you are. It wasn't a slave-trading vessel. Oh, hi, Tilly. Well, good time, Tilly. It has been a personal mystery of mine ever since. I was hoping you could help shed a little light on the matter. But there is more to tell. I haven't even begun to recount the strange events that have surrounded this artifact. Would you care for a glass of brandy? Thank you. That would be most kind. Matthew, fetch the brandy from the kitchen and some glasses.
Yes, Father.
Oh, am I controlling Matthew? Aha, yes I am. Thought the 90s was black and white? Oh, man. It's a fairly simple painting because he only used black paint. Okay, free beer. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Alright, look. Defoe's Manor's kitchen was small and somewhat sparsely furnished, in contrast to the wealth of the house as a whole. Besides the sideboard, the only furniture was a large wooden table and a narrow drinks cabinet in the corner. Look table? Above the sideboard there was a row of assorted utensils and knives, and someone had left a brown leather apron on the kitchen table. Wait. Look, cabinet. There was a large drinks cabinet in the corner full of mysterious bottles and arrangements of glasses. A bottle of fine brandy was clearly visible on the top shelf. Take brandy. Matthew took the brandy bottle and a pair of appropriate glasses. Hello? You haven't tried to speak to me in a while. I did another painting today. I showed it to Father, and he said it was promising. I keep trying to tell him about you, but he never listens. You haven't knocked for me in so long, I was beginning to wonder. Hey, do you want to see my painting? I'm just not sure how I'd get it through the door. Open door. The door was locked, as always, but there was a substantial gap of about an inch at the bottom of the door. My brother just texted me to say that he just hacked his SNES Classic to put Game Boy games in it. I'm proud of him. Is one of the glasses a cat bowl? I'm torn on whether to say probably not or you never know with the British. My people. My people and their drinks. Alright, time to get the painting. Ooh, can I open this door? Open door. Mrs. Beaton didn't like it when people went into her pantry. Oh, there's a pantry here now. In modern times, that leads out to the backyard. Open door. Matthew wanted to show his painting to his friend first. Oh. Okay. How could I, Trilby, possibly have known what Matthew was carrying that day? Sorry, Trilby. God. Alright, show painting. Put painting under door. I'm pushing the painting under your door, okay? Just give it back when you're finished. How dare you, sir? You intrude on my hospitality and insult my judgment. That's Father. Get out of my house, you worm! I'd better see what's the matter. You like Game Boy games? I do too. He says, this feels strangely like a low point for me. After all, I know I'm not gonna play them. I know, Bri. I know you were. The funny thing is, I wanted to do more of those videos this year. But, yeah, I mean, I could have had Katamari film them, but I had wanted to do them with, my friend who is, like, he's a professional cameraman, basically, in layman's terms. I wanted him to do them. And so I was like, I'll hold off, maybe later in the year. No. So maybe we'll revisit that series at some point, maybe not. I don't know. I'm working on some other stuff at the moment, so that's fun. Open door. Father? Oh, it's you. Father, what happened? I heard shouting. That old fool told me some rubbish about my figurine. Said the only tribe it could have come from died in slavery years ago. Actually had the nerve to accuse me of buying it from a forger. I'm sorry, Father. What are you apologizing for? Where's the damn brandy? I've got it here. Give it to me. I'll go back to my room, Father. Show me your painting. Father? You said you had a painting. Show it to me. I can't, Father. And why not? Because, come on, why not? Out with it! Because I gave it to the boy behind the door. I see. Father, go back to your room, boy. I have to write my diary entry. Yes, Father. Get out of here, kid! I gotta write my diary, damn it! Oh wait, hold on. There we go. Hey, DJ Mushroom! Welcome in, how you doing? 100% fact, people who call Dad father are gonna experience murder at some point in this story. Yes, absolutely. 100%. In the past, raising this had usually provoked a violent rage or an instant flat denial. Matthew wondered what sort of anxiety was going through his father's mind. What was that? Father, what are you doing? My British accents are super janky. They're really bad. I would like to publicly apologize for everyone who has sat through one of my British accents. Open door. Matthew was confused by his own reluctance. He had longed to see what was beyond the door his entire life, but now, given the chance, he was struck with fear. He peered cautiously through and saw a set of rough stone steps leading down to some kind of basement. I should have done this the moment you came into this world, demon child. May God forgive me for having a part in your creation. Father, what are you doing? Do you see what you've done? I didn't want him to see this. Do you see what you've done? Father, no! Father! Father! Boo! Ah! My apologies, dear boy, but I couldn't resist. You look so lost in that painting, I don't think you even saw me come in. What? What? Is everything all right, Terry? Yes, everything's fine. It's just, for a moment there, I thought I saw... Never mind. We were talking about you after you ran out of the room. I said you seemed like something was making you terribly anxious. Frankly, I think that's still the case. I'm okay, really, I am. Well, if you're sure. I was certain my mind was not playing tricks on me. I had been back there, in Defoe Manor, looking through the eyes of Matthew Defoe. See? What did I say? Yep, you are correct, Hooch. You are correct. I had seen the events that had created John Defoe. I saw his death at the hands of Sir Roderick. That terrible, violent end that would bring him back as that awful wraith. But somehow, seeing that event, it was clear to me that there was more to this than the ghost of one youth. There had been something very wrong about that idol, even before it was used to destroy John Defoe. A name stood out in my memory. The Sea Angel. The name of the ship on which Sir Roderick had found the figurine. I now had a lead. Professor, do you know anything about a ship called the Sea Angel? You know, it's funny you should mention that name. There's a really old wooden chisel among the Defoe Manor artifacts, and the words Sea Angel are carved into the handle. Where is this chisel? Out on display in the convention hall next to the dining room. What's this all about, Terry? It's nothing. It's just a little side project my clients want me to get into. Thank you for your help. No problem. Take care of yourself. Look. Paper. It was a page from a religious book I wasn't familiar with. I here enclose it with these notes. Taking a drink of water, cause I'm gonna do some reading probably, again. Okay. Victim 5, the child. I, the fifth man who desired judgment, was the child, whose father held the carving of the slave. The prince came to him and was at once rightly pleased with what he found, for the house of the child and his father already knew well the name of the king. 2. And as the prince watched, the child was thrown down by his father, and broken with the wood of the prince's soul. But as the child's body, mind, and soul began to drift apart, the prince held them together, and he said, 3. You are the child, and to you I grant power, for I see in you the potential that will grant my father, the king, his greatest wish. You shall be not of the land of technology, nor of the realm of magic, but of both, and thus you shall form the bridge. 4. And across the bridge the king shall come to bring his message to the men of technology. Through you, child, the bridge will come, and thus I name you the bridge keeper. And the prince touched the child, and he was the bridge keeper, and his 3 aspects were granted power, so that his soul would join with the prince's soul in the wood of the tree. And the bridge keeper rose up and threw down his father and threw down his brother, and truly did they know the name of the king. And into the house of his father went the body and the mind of the bridge keeper. Neat. Look. The lobby of the Clan Broadwin Hotel did its best to appear welcoming. The reception desk was well polished, and the pigeonholes, while empty, were recently dusted. Look. Desk. The reception desk was a cheap pine affair, and unadorned with papers or materials. Someone appeared to have left a matchbox on the desktop. Take matchbox. Only 1 match left. I chug it anyway. Look, I was in the main stairwell of the Clan Bronwyn Hotel. Oh, okay. Let's go see if that display is up yet. Open doors. All right, guess not. Open doors. Let's see. Gonna look through the knotholes now. Look, knotholes. Peering through the nearest hole, I saw a small enclosed yard with a workbench and tools. Oh, goody. Here we are again. Oh man. Open doors. I don't think I have a limited number of pills, but I should check. Look, pills. It seemed like a perfectly ordinary child-proof bottle of medical-grade tranquilizer pills. A prominent, brightly... Look, pills. A prominent, brightly colored label read, "Warning, some users may experience drowsiness and or hallucinations." Great. I'm here for it. What else do I have? Guess I'll take pill. Took another pill. And we're good. I will go up to my room in the normal world. Going upstairs. All right. What is up here? Ooh, can I get through this door? Open door. It was either stuck or locked. Unlocked door. After several minutes, I was pretty sure I had succeeded in picking the lock, but the door still refused to open. Okay. Ah, there we go. I need more despair to spend for a respawn story. Well, you know, there's only one way to get that despair, Shadow. Just, save up. Yeah, you know. Look, door, what is this door? The door at the far end was colored differently to the others. A note read, "Emergency fire escape access. Do not attempt to force. In the event of fire, door will unlock automatically." Okay, I know what I have to do there. Let's see. Open door. Cool. Look. This was a completely standard hotel room, equipped with bed, sofa, and television. I forget if there's days in this one or if it's just like one continual standard game experience where there's no delineation of time. Who knows? Who knows? Sleep. Solving the mystery of my predicament was more important than sleep at that time. Turn on TV. I had never liked television, and the events of Defoe Manor gave me cause to like it even less. Alright. In that case, I'll go open that door. Open door. Light match. Ooh. Next 2 years you'll get the story. Alright, you'll get there, Shadow. You'll get there. Open door. I pushed my way through the door and descended the fire escape. Cool. Look. The hotel's rear yard was more or less bare, but for an old workbench and a fire escape running up the building. The grass was extremely patchy, and the poorly maintained, presumably guests normally wouldn't be allowed here. Look, table. It was probably used for garden maintenance, tool storage, that sort of thing. An old iron crowbar was the only tool being stored at the time. Take crowbar. Take crowbar. I took the crowbar with me. Perhaps it could serve a purpose. Can't go that way. Climb ladder. I climbed back up the ladder and entered the same floor I had come from. Knock. There was no reply. Open door. I don't know. Worth the shot. Alright. So, I think I just need to wait for the world to change again. And I can go open a door on the first floor with my new crowbar. My handy dandy new crowbar. I can go check in on the professor and I don't know how to say that name. The very Irish name. Siobhan. However you pronounce that, I don't know. I don't know. I've probably said it before. I've probably talked to people with that name. But I have no idea how you pronounce that name. I don't know. Anyway. Knock. Come in. Open door. Talk a bed. I needed to be more specific and talk to one of them about something. Ask a bed exhibition. Or, hear me out, break some stuff. Break some stuff? What stuff do you suggest, Shadow? Like this coffee table? Break coffee table. I don't understand the word coffee. Alright, talk a bed sea angel. Could you repeat what you told me about the sea angel? All I know is that there is a chisel amongst the Defoe Manor artifacts bearing that name. It's in the conference hall with the others. Ask a bed about conference hall. Conference hall? How do you spell conference? Ask a bed about painting. I didn't consider that subject relevant. Say bye. Okay. Open door. Aha, here we go. It's too stable, I know. Fix it with an elbow drop. I feel like if a person did an elbow drop onto your average table, even like an IKEA table, I'm pretty sure most of them would not break. I don't know why I'm talking about wrestling all of a sudden. Just the breaking of tables. Wrestling. Use crowbar on doors. The crowbar was very old. I doubted it possessed the necessary strength to do that. Okay. In that case, open door. Use crowbar on safe. What am I supposed to use it for then? Clubbing something? Open door. Just gonna start clubbing shit with this crowbar. I don't know, maybe I can open these doors. Use crowbar on door. course. Your offer still stands? What, the suggestion that I should break stuff? Alright, I'm gonna go, I don't know, maybe I can use it on the porcelain mannequin on the wall or something? I don't know, otherwise, what good is an old crowbar? Also, I'm pretty sure metal doesn't degrade with age. Maybe old in this sense means heavily used. I don't know. Just spitballing. Use crowbar on mannequin. Oh my goodness. There's gotta be something I can use this crowbar for. Open door. Huh. Okay. Not here. Open door. Well, maybe something on the second floor? I don't know. Pretty much, as far as I can imagine, a crowbar's uses are to either pry things open or bash things. And if you can't do either of those with a crowbar, what use is it? Open door. Look. Window. Boards had been nailed up onto the window, both inside and outside. Hardly a speck of light made it through the blockage. Okay, so not in here. Open door. Huh. Okay. I don't think there's any rooms that open on the first floor. Gonna go back down to the bottom floor. Maybe there's something in this bar? Open door. Goodness. Use crowbar on machine. Open door. I don't know. Bathroom, I guess? Open door. Use crowbar on mirror. Alright, I'm out of ideas. Open toilets. Okay. Can't break shit. Yeah, super lame. Agreed. Alright, maybe I can go in here. Open door. Alright, so I have lockpicks, pills, a lump of meat, and a crowbar that won't work. Cool. Alrighty. I actually think this might be a good place to call it for the evening. Save. And I'm just gonna take a pill. Just so the whispering will stop so I can see papers on the floor in that upstairs part. Yeah, I read through them earlier. You don't actually take them with you because they're caked in blood. Yay! Alright, guys. Oh, no, it's my own voice. Get out of here, voice. Well now. Alright, we are going to go and raid Chronic Chronicler. If you don't know Chronic Chronicler, he is a really awesome person who makes cursed art. It's really fun. Is he making cursed art right now? Yes, he is. Cool. Respawn raid. Alright guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for joining me. This was really fun tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. I certainly did. And yeah, that is it for me. Please join me tomorrow at 8:30 for some more of this. Good night, Winks. Thanks for being here. He made a swimsuit for you. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah. Please join me for more of Trilby's notes and more of the Chzo Mythos, and then from there, who knows what I'll play. It's Halloween. There's so many options. So many good options. But yeah. Alright. This has been the Night Shift with Respawn Machine. I hope you have a lovely evening, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care, friends. Good night.